Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble and on Patreon for extra support. Any kind of updates and the such, usually I go about on Twitter X. And yesterday I did manage, sorry, to publish the Atomic Heart demo gameplay. It was around about 1 hour and something. Basically gives us a tease of some mechanics here and there. It didn't show up a lot of the Bioshocky stuff with the glove things. I know there is some gameplay mechanics there, but at least gives us a little bit of tease of the story, and to a certain extent some combat. How we it's not that actiony, so you need to go about in a more approach manner, let's say, especially on the melee side, which seems to have a lot of a huge part on the combat itself. But yeah, I really did enjoy it, and again, it's one of those games that I'm interested to play one of these days. But yeah, I still have a lot of games to go through until I reach more recent ones. But yeah, other than that, the demo gameplay stuff is still here. And today I will be able to publish another Midnight Suns episode. And as a reminder, after Midnight Suns, I'm trying to play or at least record some videos for Callisto Protocol. See how it goes. I managed to claim it for free on Epic Game Store a few months ago. So I'm going about because I was also curious in playing that game. Again, reminds me a little bit of Dead Space, even though the gameplay it's not exactly that. It's more melee focused from what I understand, and at least so far from what I played seems that way. But yeah, I'm interested in see how the story develops and what kind of upgrades and the such for the combat. Again, I'm early beginnings, like first 2 hours or so. So I will assume we have more stuff to unlock and see about that. But yeah, other than that, let's go to the news. Not much happening, at least that piqued my interest. We got some stuff more from the Intel B580 synthetic benchmarks. Again, I will wait until the full review is out to check better how it compares regarding the gaming performance. So I'm not covering that much all of that. And in terms of hardware, again, we'll have to wait for the GPU announcement. So only at the beginnings of CES for sure we'll have something there. Other than that, I don't see nothing worth covering. But in terms of games, yesterday we did have, and I did check up broadly the stream that they announced regarding the new update. Didn't again it had some interesting stuff there. Again, I never played the game, so some of the stuff here I might not fully aware what the implications are, but it seems that they focused more on customization stuff. And we got also they had a little bit on the focus on photo mode things. Again, in terms of customization, the more the better as an overall thing. At least that's my as an RPG. I think the more customization options that you have, I think it's better. But yeah, I think in the stream they said that almost doubled the customization options. I think as an overall, not only character creation, but in terms of the cars and the vehicles and all that jazz. And I think there was some stuff they touched in the apartment things that I think you have now. I think it's something that was not before in terms of having frames to pull up and hang. The pictures that you take on photo mode, you can hang them out in some already placed frames. I don't know how the economy goes around that, if you have to buy frames to unlock them and hang up the pictures there. But yeah, very interesting things on the customization side. And of course, also in terms of technical stuff, they patched some stuff on some quests and other stuff, but they didn't announce like everything that is included in the patch 2.2. I think they did the same thing on patch 2.0 and 2.1, where they leave like Easter eggs and stuff for people to find out while they play or replay the game. But yeah, we got a lot of these customizations here for the character creation. And on the character creation, there is supposedly now, I didn't know if it was before or not, a randomizer for the character creation that goes from plain to punk slider. Again, I saw the video. It seems that you can. It's very detailed, which is very interesting. Um, that you can have a slide, I think 0 to 9 or something, or 1 to 9, and then you can, if you find some of the options that you like, you can lock that randomizer sequence, being like eye customization, face customization, and as such, you can lock them so they stay input and continue randomizing until you find something to your liking, which is very interesting, and it's very detailed. I enjoyed that. Then you got on photo mode. Again, I'm not usually don't use this kind of photo mode stuff there. It's something that it doesn't cater to my liking on using this stuff. But yeah, supposedly now we have like a kind of a drone camera, which is now a free camera instead of an orbital camera centered around you. So you can go about on the supposedly the when you activate photo mode, everything is centered around your main character. Now you can basically go around and free roam in that setting, to go around and take pictures from the environment, other characters, and the such. They got full collision, which is good, so it doesn't clip through the walls, I suppose. Get a lot of camera controls there, aspect ratio on the photos that you can take, character tabs. I think you can swap free NPCs for the photo, with a list of over 20 characters to choose from. Lightning tabs, so you can change lightning, which is always good for photo mode. Fixed depth of field ghosting issues, and added an effect of the intensity slider. Again, I think it has to do with effects that you can tweak around there. And then you got one thing that is very interesting for me when I play this game is car customization, also augmented with the addition of they call crystal code technology. Again, I think it's something in game lore, to several vehicle brands. I think they also added more vehicles that you can buy on the site that they have in game, AutoFix or something like that. But this crystal code lets you change the car paint job on the fly, allowing players to full night city police department and reduce their wanted level. So it's something that you can play around with. That I think it's interesting, even though it's not automatically. You just change a color and the wanted level goes out. It's something that you change that to put the stars, the wanted stars, on the hold on scenario, and you have to avoid the police radar stuff there, so it doesn't re-trigger. So it's something that you can use to play around with that. I found that interesting, and I think there is like I'm not sure if it is a special button, but you can, when you roam around the streets, if you see like a paint job that you like on other vehicles, I think you have like a camera stuff for to scan the color palette and copy that or buy it, and then you can apply it to your vehicle. At least that's my perception. But yeah, other things here, some PC specific. I think they managed to patch the performance on Intel Arrow Lake CPUs. But yeah, other than that, there is a lot of more stuff to figure out, like Easter eggs and I will assume other stuff. Again, I never played the game, so I'm not sure about that. But yeah, seems very intricate and more focus on customization and these little tweaks here and there. Basically, quality of life things that was added and improved. I'm not sure how this will affect mods regarding these kind of things. But yeah, it's one of those things when I buy this game and start playing, I will have to check the mods. Mainly, the mods that I will maybe try out are more about texture packs and stuff like that that can enhance the game there. But other than that, I don't see for a first playthrough to delve too deep in mod stuff. But yeah, very interesting, and I thought they would were I put yesterday the proposition or that it might introduce like a new combat system or something like that, that was kind of promised before launch, and they never managed to put out on the game itself. But no, it's more focused about this. Again, in terms of the stream itself, again they spend a lot of time on for like around 40 minutes, just trying to go almost one by one here. But again, you didn't miss anything. I think the patch notes serves better in terms of what you will have here with this new patch here. But yeah, basically that was that from Cyberpunk. Then we got another patch here coming for Black Myth Wukong. Will introduce a map feature. um Again, I don't know how. Again, it's one of those other games that I will have to play in the meantime. It had like in-game map feature, which they are calling the generous chart. I was not aware that they didn't have kind of a map thing on Black Myth Wukong. I think this is might be good because one of the complaints, let's say, or nitpicks, it was that people were missing out a lot of secret locations and the things, and I think maybe the map will help out tease those secret areas and encourage exploration, which is good. And they also will introduce new challenges. One of them is called Return of the Rivals, and the other Gauntlet of Legends. The Return of Rivals it feature three different difficulty settings. The Destined one will be able to challenge defeated opponents again. Again, I think this is not on the main game itself, I assume. And then the Destined one will fight on the Gauntlet of Legends, will fight against opponents in quick succession using customized cursors to tailor the difficulty, and completing each gauntlet will reward players with new rare treasures. Again, some rewards here and there. I'm not sure if these rare treasures are applied on the main game. I will assume so. Something that you can go about and do for, I don't know, make it easier, or at least in terms of, I don't know if this treasure have to do something with customization for the main game in terms of armor and the such. But yeah, they also fix some crashes when using DLSS and some flickering fixes when using upscaling from Intel, memory leak fix, which is always good to see, and more stuff here. So a little bit more improvement on Black Myth Wukong, which is also good to see. And then we got here to finalize. I said this is going to be a short one. A tease of this game seems interesting. It's kind of 2D craftervania kind of a thing. So it's a 2D platformer, has a lot of crafting involved. It seems so. It's got some combat, exploration. Basically, the setting is this guy can't find himself in the year 10,000 with nothing but a stick and a very matter-of-fact robot companion. Tired, hungry, and still employed, he will need to explore the unknown in order to craft the machines that will turn his broken space module into a self-sufficient base of operation, and maybe kickstart civilization again if he has time. Again, it seems to have some roguelike things here when you go about exploration, because supposedly on the trailer it shows if you die, you can be cloned again. I don't know how that will affect things in terms of overall progression, but yeah, it's got a lot of factorial kind of thing, so you can start manufacturing automation in terms of crafting stuff and resources gathering. At least that's my assumption. And I will assume you have while you explore to get I don't know, upgrades for the robot and for yourself. Seems interesting. The art style is very unique. I kind of like this kind of different games. And I already wish listed. I will leave a link of the Steam page because this was recently announced. And I'll also advise you to check the trailer if to see if it's something that might intrigue you and buy the game when it comes out next year. But yeah, this is what I got for today. Nothing more. I think we have tomorrow the Game Awards. Again, I'm still trying to decide if I'm not probably going to watch it live because of the time zone. But I will probably wait for a recap from any other sites that I usually use here to see what kind of trailers came out. Because I don't want to waste 3 hours or so of my time just seeing people just kicking ass to industry types, because there has been a lot of announcements from presenters from Hideo Kojima and big people on industry. Again, I usually don't like that. I like Hideo Kojima and some game directors and the such, but I don't think the Game Awards is the space for them to um, to present stuff. Again, I like the Game Awards. Just stick to the uh, just sticking to the awards itself, and I don't know, some teasers here and there for the upcoming games that might eventually come out in the next year or so. I think they should stick to that. I think the ceremony can be done in 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, and I'm not going to waste a lot of bootlicking and not toxic, not positive toxicity, but again, it seems that they are trying to turn Jeff Keighley, trying to turn around that as the Oscars for gaming, which I don't like. I don't like Oscars. It's a lot of uh, self-aggrandizing, and usually doesn't help that much in the industry. But yeah, I will have to decide to see how I'm going to approach the Game Awards. Basically, I will uh, maybe go through the winners maybe, and then just stick to the teasers that we might get out of the show. But other than that, let's go from some good stuff. We still have the Epic Games free game stuff here: the Bus Simulator 21 and Star Wars: the Skywalker Saga. And then in about a day or so, we'll have a mystery game. Usually, these mystery games tend to be relatively good. Again, I've been managed to claim a lot of good games from here. Um, Death Stranding Director's Cut, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Callisto Protocol. I think I managed to claim Prey at some point in time, Void Bastards. Yeah, from time to time they really put out some good games for you to claim, and yeah, hopefully this is one of those, because the last sequence was not that good. Hopefully we will get a decent game for in about a day or so. On Steam, we got the Witcher Free Wild Hunt. Again, now it's 80% off. Usually it's about 75%, so we got an extra 5% off. And again, the way to go is the complete edition. Now instead of around 13 or $14, it's around $10 or so. I think it's an excellent game still to this day. We got also Observer System Redux, 70% off. We got Darkest Dungeon 1, 80% on the base game. We got also, I think this is the Iron Crown. It's the bundle between the two games. And we got also Darkest Dungeon 2, 40% off on the base game. And then we got the Oblivion Edition. But yeah, pretty good games here if you like dungeon crawling per se and roguelike kind of a games setting. I think this is two good games here. We got also Planet of Lana, 50% off. We got Cyberpunk. Again, it was announced with this update 2.2. I think the Ultimate Edition is the way to go, because I think the Phantom Liberty Edition did add up a lot of stuff in terms of not adding to the base game, but I think the expansion by itself is excellent, at least from the reviews that we've been seeing since it came out. So it's 48% off, so basically half price there. Then you got also Liza Pi, or P, is still on sale, 40% off. We got the Thaumaturge, 40% off on the base game. Then we got also, again, Pacific Drive. This is one of those that I'm really curious to play. It's 40% off. And lastly, we got Stray, the Meow Meow game, 40% off. Again, you play as a cat. What do you want more? But yeah, I will wrap up here for today with a plug on my Patreon for extra support. This extra support is for me to allow to try and get a better storage solution, so I can have backups of the stuff that I do for my clients, and of course some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next one. So till then, Kunamy Master out.